Hey everyone, welcome back to Johnny Consciousness. For those of you who follow me regularly, I appreciate you and hope you share my content with others and like and subscribe if you haven't. Uh, I know I haven't been on in a while. I've been busy practicing my skill with tarot. I found a dark cards that I really like, and I must say that who inspired me to get these cards was Psychic Violetta. She's on YouTube TV, and she uses the golden the golden tarot by Cat Black. Uh, I just enjoy the imagery, and some of it really speaks to me. So I just want to come out for a couple of things. I know everyone's concerned about the Middle East and the war with Iran. I should say Israel's war with Iran. That's my own personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I think this isn't our war. This isn't our fight. Um, who needs more darkness in the world? That's all I'll say. So everyone's talking about ground troop invasion. Crack Karg Island. So I'm going to look at Karg Island. What's going on with that? What might be happening with that? Karg Island. Let's find out. Let's find out. Karg Island. I think that's what it's called. Tara will know. Spirit will know what I'm talking about. Even if I mispronounce it. What's going on with that island in the Straits of Hormuz? Okay. One popped out, but I think that's just my clumsiness. That's just me. One more shuffle, and we'll start it up. Karg Island. Karg Island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Get the cards situated here. And roll 3 cards. Now I've developed a different technique of cards that I believe my guides and angels have shown me. They want me to do my reading. So I'll start out with 3 cards as usual. The first one is the Ace of Cups, like the Messenger reversed. I think this is Israel, Iran, United States, probably whoever else isn't telling us the whole truth about what's going on in the Middle East, and that's always been the case. And the things that they are telling us is like, really, really, you're going to send in ground troops? Bad news for the American people. Oh, we'll get a major arcana here. The Hanged Man reversed. There's going to be a lot of suffering happening coming up soon. Let's see what happens. Let's flesh it out a little bit. I'm going to pull 4 more cards. 2, 3, 4. Everyone wishes things were ideally where they were at before, whether this be the United States, Iran. I don't know about Israel, at least not the government. Maybe the people feel this way, but I'm talking about Karg Island, right? Wheel of Fortune reversed. Karg Island's fortune is about to take a turn, and not for the good, it seems. Something in the military, there's some underhandedness going on. We've heard about Tripoli. I think it was a Tripoli or USS Ford, I'm not sure. Um, but where the sailors were supposedly plugging up the sinks and starting fires so they can go home. So something's going on. I don't know if this is within the U.S. troops or Israeli troops, but there's some sabotaging going on. This is Trump, the king of war, fire everywhere. This reflects his indecision about ground troops. Well, we may as well take the last 3 cards. All found out if there's going to be an invasion or not. Any news about the invasion is being hidden still. I got two more major arcanas. The Empress, upside down. Um, this is feminine energy, definitely feminine energy. And so is the third card, which wraps it up, which is the World. Um, so there's a lot of people trying to advise against this. Excuse me, small card. Advise against this. The feminine type energies who don't want to see suffering, don't want to see needless bloodshed, etc. So there are some forces combating this invasion. And the world is watching, and they're not real pleased with what they see. So it remains to be seen whether they'll do a ground invasion. At least Tarot's not telling me clearly. It seems like there's definitely plans, and that's been the news that the plans haven't been approved yet. And let's hope. I just asked here one more card. Just pull one more card. Will cooler heads prevail in this ground invasion? Will cooler heads prevail in this ground invasion? And we get the Empress again, and she's reversed. So it looks like, I don't like to say it, but the cooler heads may not prevail, and there will be a ground invasion on Karg Island. That's not real good news, is it? The other thing I wanted to look at, I just want to do a brief show. I'm practicing my trade, and I'd love to hear comments what you guys think or what you would like me to read on. That would really be helpful to me, just getting better content out there. I've been having a lot of encounters with my orb angel that I see throughout the last few years, several years actually, 5. And I've been putting videos up of my encounters with it. So, like I said, I've been practicing my tarot. So what else can I read on? I'm curious about Pete Hegseth. I had I don't know if you call it a flash or just a feeling that he's headed for out of the administration. Please tell us about Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. Pete Hegseth specifically. Please tell us whatever you can about Pete Hegseth. Thank you. Pete Hegseth. By the way, this show is being taped on March 29th in Northern California. And it's about 4:15 as I'm recording. So Pete Hegseth. All right, I think that's enough. Here we go. Pete Hegseth. There we go. Pete Hegseth. First one is Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups usually has some sort of message or news, and it looks like someone within the White House officials knows something about Pete, which is not necessarily good news. That was in the recent past. Right now, there are a lot of forces within government and within the country at large urging peace and not war. All forward progress for Pete is rapidly coming to an end. And it's interesting, the chariot in the Golden Tarot is a female. And again, I see this as the divine feminine ascendant in our whole entire world, and this divine feminine energy doesn't care for war a whole lot, and so that's going to interfere with Pete's machinations, his plots, whatever he wants to do. Let's take a deeper dive. A deeper dive, yeah. Okay. The Fool reversed. In reality, Pete is a fool. And the Fool reverse shows he doesn't see himself that way, but he is. So this is you saw me shuffle the cards. This comes up again, Nine of Cups. Everyone wants to go back to status quo. Everyone wants peace. And Pete is saying, no, I don't want that. He wants his time to be a warmonger. Well, I shuffle. You saw me shuffle. Wheel of Fortune taking a negative turn for Pete. Four of Wands, celebrations turned upside down. No one's going to be celebrating except people who want him out of office. Let's go for the whole 10-card reading for one cohesive reading. Last three cards. Pete Hegseth. He's not only fighting with Iran, there's a lot of infighting going on in the Pentagon itself. Look at the crow. Look at the crow up there. Now, the birds can be a psychopomp, a symbol of death, but I think in this sense, look at the fighting. Someone's going to betray Pete. I don't know if they're going to expose a secret. That's what I feel, and that's going to help bring him down. This is him again, the king of the military. Not anymore. It's reversed. It's coming to an end. His reign is coming to an end. And someone with even less experience is going to be taking his place. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what Spirit is telling me. Now, what else is it? Oh, I'll do one last reading. It's going to be about the whales in the world. I've just been getting a feeling that the whales are going to be in trouble. I've been having this feeling since November, December last year. I didn't feel I had confidence enough to say anything about it during my predictions, which I really didn't do this year. But I'm going to go ahead and please tell us about the whales of the world. Please tell us about the whales. If one pops out again, I will use it. I tend not to. What is that? That's a piece of my dog. Starbuck. Okay. What can you tell us about the whales, please? Tell us about the whales. Please tell us about the whales. Okay. Whales. There be whales here. Line from Star Trek for all you nerds out there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. We got the High Priestess. Something is going on that humans don't see with the whales. Their history is being rewritten as we speak. The Knight of Cups. They're kind of floundering. And they have a message for us. but it's not being heard. Let's dive a little further. Terrell, please tell us more about the whales and their message. What is going on with them? Something to do with the military, not just the U.S. military, militaries around the world. Something they're doing is negatively affecting them. The waters are churning with anger and distress. And sick and not well. And this is the truth of the matter, that they are not well. So, is that the whole 10 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got 3 more cards. Let's pull the last 3. Let's see what Tarot will tell us. Well, they're not well. Again, I see this as the military, the flames of war. Perhaps not just here, but perhaps other places. But things aren't going well with the whales. Maybe this is the rising temperatures. The flames represent the rising temperatures, which is adversely affecting them. Again, this is another military card, having a negative impact on the whales. And no one at all seems to be concerned, save perhaps a few scientists who know what's going on, but they're not saying. So please let us pray for the whales and their goodness and for their well-being. That's all I have for today. So again, please like and subscribe. Take a look at my shorts. I put up some of my angel/orb videos. They've been coming around a lot lately and allowing me to record most times. Sometimes not so much, but March has been very active. All right. Please again, like, subscribe, share, put the notify button. I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to practice my craft late in life and hopefully be a little entertaining and give you some knowledge as well. All right, that's all I have for now.